Good Things, Delmarva.
Good morning, I'm Lenita Wesson, and you're watching Good Things Delmarva, a show where we take a look at all the great things happening in your area. So how about a little theater in your life? Well, the Second Street Players are at it again, this timeless classic that's sure to put you in the holiday mood. I am joined by Stephen Haber, the director, and Linda Killion, co-director. If It's a Wonderful Life. Welcome. Thank you. So tell us a little bit about the Second Street Players and just kind of why you two love being a part of theater and production so.
Oh, well, Second Street Players is a group in Milford, Delaware. It's been around for about 35 years. We're an all-volunteer group, so everything we do on stage is done by people who are just there to take a little of their passion that they might not have in their business life and take it and put it on stage and share it with the community in Milford.
Now, have you always had the bug to be a part of theater?
Well, I have a degree in theater, actually. And yes, I've always had it.
The short answer is
yes.
What is this production going to be like? I mean, you're dealing with a classic. People see, we watch this movie every year. It's been on, you know. Tell us about what this production is for you.
That's been our challenge. It's a very complicated movie. We don't have the money and the sets that Frank Capra had. We have people who are putting in their spare time, who have busy lives, and yet we don't want to miss anything from the movie and not have it in our production. So our script is basically an attempt to adapt the movie and everything we love, every single character. I think we counted 65 characters.
Really?
Being played by 40 actors. So we've got a few people wearing several hats.
So take us a little bit, take us through production, through the getting the actors together day in, day out, or night. Like, how is it? What's the energy like?
Well, you know, you start with auditions and then have smaller rehearsals where you work certain scenes and then you try to put it all together to run your acts. And one of the good things about this being a classic story is that people have a great handle on the story they're trying to tell. They don't have to, they have to interpret it, but they already understand it. So that's the positive of getting together a script that, you know, is a classic on film. That's the positive part.
And so it's happening when? Tell us, because we're almost there. It's almost time.
We are very close, yes. We open the day after Thanksgiving on November 28th, Friday, and we run for 2 weekends. We're Friday, Saturday at 8 p.m., Sundays at 3 p.m. So it's the last weekend of November and the first weekend in December.
Now you're behind the scenes on this one, but we've talked, and you both love being on scene, in front of the camera, on stage. Is it different? How different is it to then see it up there and say, no, cut? I know you're director types.
Oh, it's very different. When you're on stage, you're worried about what you're doing mostly. It's actually wouldn't be professional or courteous to worry about too many other people. But you're interacting with what's on stage. When you're directing, you have to think about everything. Not even just on stage. You know, while we're on the stage, our sound guy might be asking, you know, what sound effect do you want here? I might get a text message from our publicist saying, you have to be at the studio in Salisbury.
And you're doing all of this simultaneously sometimes.
Everything happens. And then we have our work jobs. Some of us, where we just have to fit it in. I'm lucky I have a very gracious employer who gives me a little leeway when I need it. So I'm fortunate to be able to have the time to put into directing a show, because it's immense.
Are most of the cast members regulars, or do we have some newbies to the stage in this particular production?
Both. We have both. Some regulars as well as newbies. So it's a combination.
And so that makes for an interesting
It is.
production.
We have a lot of diversity that way, too. We've got professional actors in some cases. We have our youngest actress is 6 years old.
Really?
Our oldest actor is 80.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so it's coming up. Where's it going to be?
At the Riverfront Theater in Milford, Delaware.
All right, and what time do we kick off each night?
8 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, and 3 p.m. matinees on Sundays.
All right, well, I know it's going to be an exciting time. It always is with the Second Street Players. We're delighted to have you both with us. It's a wonderful life, the weekend after Thanksgiving, and then the first weekend of December.
Yes, and we have a website at www.secondstreetplayers.com, and you can order tickets there.
All right, thank you both for being with us and sharing this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have more good things coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.